Tyler Smith saying he'll do whatever is best for the team in regards to possibly playing left tackle in the future, but it definitely seems like he'd prefer to stay at left guard, says Machado. Quote, I'm an all-pro guard, bro. That's the simple truth. We'll see what happens. We'll have those conversations. Got to see where everybody's head is at, said one Tyler Smith.
I totally agree with him. And I get it. They're trying to look at things. Maybe if it's a situation they don't trust Guyton's health. They maybe don't think he's playing well enough when he has played. They don't really trust Nate Thomas. They're going to look at one of these tackles maybe in the draft. I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly. Maybe they feel like that, we're going to put – I mean, they've invested a lot of time in Tyler Guyton as a left tackle. I don't think Tyler Guyton has been terrible when he's played.
I don't either.
And I think that another year of him, working with Duke, with the strength program, he's never going to be a really strong guy, but he's so athletic. I worry about him. He's got that kind of that basketball body, I think.
He does.
Where all of a sudden he's lean
in a sense.
And then so the movement and the space and all that, and he gets hurt. It
looks very awkward.
And he gets hurt that way. I don't know. Maybe if he was heavier and stumpy, and he just looks like he's got a basketball body.
Yeah, he was a basketball player,
and it just kind of he's having some basketball injuries. It seems like.
Yeah,
but I just wouldn't give up. He's made as many. He's played as many games at left tackle as he has at right tackle in his career. If they're planning on moving him over, go ahead and give. Now, as long as Dak plays, I think you probably don't want to put Nate Thomas at right tackle and see what's going on with, as long as when Dak's playing, you don't want to maybe change up the lineup that much. But
these next two games?
Just to
see what Nate can do?
I like T.J. Bass a lot. I just worry if that – is it going to be a thing where you're talking about moving BB? And I don't know if you just want to go into next season with, a new left tackle, potentially a new left guard, potentially a new center, potentially a new right tackle. I don't know if you want to do that. Let me ask you this question, too, by the way. I'm going to go on record and say that Tyler Booker has been your best offensive lineman. And I know that Tyler Smith just made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
And deservedly so. But if I look overall in how Tyler Booker, how he's come from a guy like early in the year, hurt in the Chicago game, missed some games, but you look at the way he's played and how him and BB have really done
the second half of the season.
Yeah,
I think he has been.
Yeah,
yeah. I think you're right. He's made tremendous strides.
I'm super, super happy with how that worked out, and maybe that's to the point of what we need to know now. When you're thinking about offensive linemen, if you're a Dallas Cowboy and you have a pick at 9, 10, 11, or 12. Then you need to think about drafting offensive linemen. If the pick comes later than that, now maybe somebody will say, well, wait, Broaddus, Travis Frederick was picked at
31.
30.
Well, and Tyler Smith was, 24?
Yeah, and you wonder, though, had they had better success? Because if you think about some of the later picks, that maybe for the offensive line, maybe if you take a guy that's more – maybe that ready-made guy.
I mean, that was I think a unique class because there was 7, 8 tackles that went in the first round. He was one of the later ones.
He was the back end of that.
He was one of the more raw players that really only started a year. I think there are a lot of people that are just anti-drafting another lineman.
Yeah,
and I mean, we just talked about that with Dave. Like, how many first-round picks can you put towards the offensive line when you have so many other holes throughout your roster? I get that debate, but I also will always stand on the table. You win at the line of scrimmage, and if you can build the most badass offensive line possible, you'll be okay. You're going to win a lot of football games. The problem is your defense right now has so many holes. I don't know if you can really afford to do that. Would be the big question. But yeah, I mean, Tyler, I agree with the notion that he should play guard. But I do get the sense if their plan is to move Tyler Guyton to right tackle, and maybe it's re-signing Bass to a more affordable deal. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they like what TJ Bass could do. Maybe it's signing one of these guards in free agency they've got their eye on. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because I've been hearing some whispers about this moving thing, and I think this is really more about Guyton's injury. I mean, I've had some people that are really, really, locked in.
So if he's healthy,
yeah,
it's okay. He's going to play left tackle.
I think so. I think that's the case. I mean, the more I talk to folks over there, the more that I kind of get that understanding that this is really more about the injury, and maybe it's. And I was worried initially that it was about that they were worried about Guyton staying healthy.
Well, he hasn't been able to.
But he hasn't.
He had the scare in training camp.
But man, he's the kid is busting his ass.
I mean, he battles. I mean, in game he's battling.
Yeah,
you see it. I mean,
exactly.
It doesn't look pretty, which I think is why people write him off.
I just don't think I don't think this is a permanent thing. I can't believe that.
Okay, Jerry talked about this morning with Sean and RJ. Let's go to our replay brought to you by Window Nation here, and we'll do cut 7. Or, excuse me, cut 12 here. But have you guys lost confidence in Tyler Guyton at left tackle?
Well, we all know how critical the left tackle is. And but Tyler Guyton has really got a chance to be outstanding for a lot of years to come. And he's got the right makeup, contrary to any questions about him. But the real question is, can we afford to have Tyler out there, Tyler Smith at left tackle? Can we afford that? Larry Allen, we put him out there and made All-Pro, but we couldn't afford to keep him out there. He was too valuable to us inside. So that'll be the trade-off.
Yeah. And Tyler Smith knows he's an All-Pro.
Yeah, as he just said.
Yeah.
Now, I think he can be a darn good left tackle.
There's
he
no
showed that his rookie season.
Yeah, he played that other day like a guard and just went into like, okay, I've got to – my technique's different.
He was in survival mode. He really was.
He was in survival.
He didn't have a bad game.
No, hell no.
He played pretty well, I thought.
No, man, but he's a really, really good player. Him, Booker.
I love the idea of the power in the middle.
Yeah.
I do also just – for Beebe, I do think he's best at it. It's not that he's been bad at center. He's fine. He's fine. Mm-hmm. I just don't think he's ever going to reach his true potential that I saw that he could be playing center versus if they moved him back to guard. Big picture.
Yeah.
But, hey, he's going to go into year 3 at center, playing the position. I hope that does improve. Now, when it comes to Guyton playing right tackle, here's cut 13 here from Jerry. Do you think you could move him over there?
You could do that for sure. Yeah. There's it is not we don't have it done or we haven't thought to that extent as long term, but certainly you can do that. Needless to say, the position flex that you have there with Smith that we have it's just really a big plus for us, a player of that caliber. And he's easily in the top 2 or 3 of the best players we got on the team.
Also, when you look at this draft, Brian, and I know you have, and we're going to do a lot of work on this, but the best tackles are right tackles, the top 2.
Yeah.
It's Fanu from Utah, and it's Moanawa from Miami. Those are the 2 best guys. So if one of them are sitting there at 13, you just need to spend money then filling out your defense. And then with that second pick, maybe you take your edge or you take your corner or your linebacker, whatever it is. But if you were able to feel better about your defense going into the draft because you actually did maybe sign a linebacker, maybe you signed a defensive end, maybe you brought in a safety.
That is key.
Then okay. Then it's like, all right, let's do this thing. Those 2 are plug-and-play right tackles to me.
By the way, I hate the word position flexibility. I used to that's kind of a badge of honor. I kind of feel like it killed Tyron Crawford.
Byron Jones, maybe.
Byron Jones got killed. Position flex. They never quite figure out the old position flex, do we?
No.
And we're playing guys, and was Nahshon Wright like a position flex guy? Was he a corner safety, or that was more the other guy that was Izzy.
Oh, that was Israel McQuammer. Yes.
McQuammer was more of
they didn't really trust him as a corner, and he did. He did a little bit of both at South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. I hate the word position flex because it's like, oh, well, we could do, but do they ever seem like they're really, really good at? It seems like they're good at one and they're just okay at the other.
Right.
I
used
to buy it. I used to buy it, and I can't buy that anymore.